The month of February going up until March, April, May, and the following months to come are very, very interesting months in the agricultural sector, because this is a period when many farmers tend to go back to their farms and they tend to start getting the results of their hard work. Obviously, October, November, December, farmers are planting, and of course there's a lot going on in the field, but starting from obviously mid-February up until somewhere in March, April, May, there's a lot of harvest that actually goes on. Now, farmers in Zambia have been growing different crops, starting from maize, chibwabwa, beans, okra, and name them. And most of these crops at the moment are in abundance in town and of course the markets. Today my team decided to visit one of the markets. It's actually a growing market here in Lusaka at the showgrounds, where different farmers actually tend to meet to come and showcase different products from their farms. And today we thought of paying them a visit so that we could actually check what they are doing. This market is actually called Saturday Market at the showgrounds in the American Dome Hall. Exactly. Most of us actually know the hall. And every Saturdays and Wednesdays, there is a lot of farmers that actually come through to showcase and of course to sell their produce. The market is so good, and a very good clientele actually visits most of these stands. Not only Zambians, but also clients from across, tourists and those who are actually here visiting. They all come to the same market just to come and see what our farmers are doing. So in this episode of ULIMI, we are going to showcase what our farmers are doing. We're going to show you what the Saturday market here at the showgrounds is all about and why you should visit it, and also come and get fresh vegetables, fresh maize, fresh butternuts, fresh everything right from the farms. Come with me. So Bambuya, at 9 ni 10 kwacha. Okay. Yeah, I think kuti mansala kwa yeso. Yeah, manika bueno mkwa. Impilipili I think ni nkwata. So namba impilipili shene shi mu byala shana. Ona tuwe na mnasenda masets. Okay. Okay. Let me try to see if I can get some onion. Yeah. Okay. Apa fya kumana shinga po babambe? 20 kwacha? Okay. Ifi. So if you wish to fine to start the market up.
To survey the market, I don't know. Next time when I come, I'll bring more things.
Oh, so this is your first time.
First time. Yes.
Oh, okay. So getting back to your farm, I don't know what else you have at the farm that you'd want to come and sell next time.
We've got citrus fruits. We've got oranges, lime, avocados, and bananas. And we also have a lot of spices, like we've got mint, we've got rosemary, We've got lemon grass. We've got
So the lemon grass is the one that you use for tea.
for tea, yes.
Oh, okay, okay. So you
We
also
also use mint in the tea for the lemon grass.
okay. So when you're using either mint or the lemongrass for your tea, do you use it as for medicine or maybe?
Body cleanser,
Also use it as a body cleanser.
yes.
Oh, okay, okay. So currently at your farm, how many crops are you harvesting right now that you want to go to the market?
We've got a lot of vegetables, like we've got Chinese cabbage, we've got carrots, we've got lemons and ibondwe, chihuahua, kalembula, all those impwa.
I haven't seen some bondwe out there. I was going to like it to get some bondwe.
I've got the red bondwe as well as the green bondwe. Next time I come, I'll bring some.
Okay, but so far, how is the market for you as a farmer?
Very slow. Because nobody, they don't know much about my place. So I want to advertise so that they should be coming to my place to buy things from me.
Where is the farm, by the way?
New Kasama.
Oh, New Kasama, just within Lusaka.
Yes.
At the moment.
Tu timawabonsha muli tea yenu yomulenwa nangu ukwipikira munama nangu muli beans nangu ifimbombo filo mfika bwino sana.
Okay, onion.
Onion, spring onion, I would recommend it for katapa na chihuahua, impwa, inama nangu inkoko.
So when you're using this spring onion to the relish that you've talked about, how is it done?
You just cut
Especially
them.
like in Katapa.
Muli katapa, it's so nice and tasty. And the people have appreciated it. Those who have taught them to use katapa with these onions. You pound it together with the onion leaves. Then it tastes so nice. They like it.
Okay. Nice. All right, so that is the first stand that we are visiting right here at the showgrounds, where there is a Saturday market for farmers, and farmers are trooping up, coming obviously to sell what they have at their farms. I can see a lot of chihuahua here. I can see some katapas as well. Obviously, moving from here, we might actually be going to the next table, where we are going to see quite a number of katapa plants. But obviously, on this table, you can tell that there is chili, hot chili, yeah, very hot chili. There's also cherry tomatoes here, and on top of that, this one is actually going for 10 kwacha. The whole entire bunch, just like here, the whole entire bunch is actually going for 10 kwacha. Very sweet, tasty, especially if you're using it for your salads and so on and so forth. But for others as well, they also enjoy putting it in the relish and all that. They do enjoy that. There is also very good, beautiful, and very tasty. I'm trying to get the name there. Pepper, exactly. Mixed pepper. There's red pepper and of course green pepper as well. It's also going for 10 kwacha as well. So if you've been looking for fresh pepper, make sure that you come to the showgrounds as well during, the Saturday, Wednesday farmers market, where most of these farm produce are actually sold. Then on top of that, there is this. Okay, so these are what we call winter onion. Exactly, winter spring onion, going for 5 kwacha. Obviously, it's also good, especially if you're preparing vegetables such as katapa, of which we'll be visiting the katapa table. On top of that, if you're preparing katapa, I think it's also good. Then there is also this as well. Mint is also there. Then she also has what we call the basil and a couple of others as well. So These are some of the farm produces that are actually being brought to the showgrounds, and farmers are doing this right here in Zambia. Okay, so quite a lot to learn from our farmers. Yeah, by the way, I also had the privilege of buying this. I had the privilege of buying this for my home consumption as well. It's quite nice. All right, so more farmers are actually coming to our Saturday market, and of course we are seeing more quality farm produce coming through to the market as well. But obviously the majority being women, which is a challenge to say. We also need more men to be coming and of course be part of the Saturday, Wednesday farmers market as well. So we'll be moving on now, going to more tables. There's one table that I want to visit. There's a lot of greens, a lot of chibwabwa. On top of that, we're also going to be visiting at least another table where there's butternuts, there's tomatoes, and on top of that, other crops as well. Okay, so you can come with me as we definitely check what our farmers are doing. Okay, so on this table, obviously, there is a lot of spices, a lot of garlic, a lot of powdered ginger, and on top of that, there is also some moringa here. Okay, well packed moringa, and I believe that this is actually packed here in Zambia. You can see the quality is so good. Yes, so if you wanted to, if you are one person wanted to get some moringa, I think this table has got a lot of moringa right there. And on top of that, we're also seeing quite a number of powdered farm produce that have got also health benefits. I can see there is ginger here, powdered ginger. There is turmeric here as well. Very, very good for your for your Saturday cookeries. It could be in case you're cooking, let's say a chicken, fish, or anything. I think this is good. There's also cayenne pepper here, and on top of that, there is some vinegar going on there, quite a lot. So on this table, perhaps it's all about powdered things. I think there's a lot of powdered things on this particular table as well. So we're still looking for the owner of the table so that we can come and have the pleasure of having a chat with him so that we can get to know more about this table as well. On top of that, this I don't know. So once the owner comes, I think she'd be able to help us. But they've got a groundnut smell. It's like, they are groundnuts in a different form. Something like that. Okay, moving on to the next table. Okay, so we've got now this table here where we have got some green beans going on. Exactly, straight from the farm. Yeah. Then there's I think these are butternuts, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, I think these should be butternuts. Then we've got umlembwe. Vant, mrive bwino. So umlembo mleshitshashinga 5 kwacha. Tunafa kulowesha pa camera. Okay, see, she's camera shy anyways. So we've got 5 kwacha. Okay, there's 5 kwacha here. There's tomatoes, and there are more butternuts coming through. Vant, kutuma mpimina kwa 5 kwacha. Ntwaide kwa abantu kunganda bakalieko. So nombapo mkalape maputwala munofu mwalabu tuka kamera yala mikopa yala mikonka pena kumenso. Atapere mpia ku left apera ku na tote. All right, so obviously for my home consumption, definitely, I've managed to get something as well. Okay, so all this gives farmers an opportunity to come and obviously showcase what they are doing at their farms and perhaps come and obviously feed Zambians with fresh farm produce as well. Okay, so we're going to be moving on from this table, obviously, and we want to go to another table where there is a lot of greens. Obviously, there's a lot of chihuahua, a lot of, watermelons, and a whole lot more going on as well. Maybe before we can do that, let's get back to our previous table where there was a lot of powdered products as well. I'm on TV. I'm live. I'm on TV. All right, so we're back at our previous table. Okay, so now there's a lot going on. You know, there's cayenne pepper. There's vinegar right there, and I can see there's also a lot of turmeric, ginger, and all that. Okay, and we're lucky that the owner of the table is here. Morning, boss.
Morning, how are you?
Fine. How are you?
Fine, thanks.
How is the market going so far?
Okay, so far not very much impressive, but buyers are coming, so it's picking up bit by bit.
Okay, can you take us through some of these bottles? What are they? I've only managed to identify a few things like cayenne. There's turmeric here. What else is here apart from turmeric, cayenne, ginger?
There are various spices here. There's steak and chop. There's rosemary there, mixed herbs, barbecue, ginger, cinnamon. So there are various spices. Then here we have moringa, good for you, your health. It has a lot of benefits. Then we have some cashew nuts there for you as well.
Oh, so this is cashew nuts?
Yes, please.
Okay, so how do they eat cashew nuts first? Tununkira kwati ntumshaba, but at the end of the I thought like maybe ntumshaba to imported. Okay. How do you eat this?
The way you eat groundnuts, the same. Or the benefit and the most important thing is these are already roasted. So once you buy, you just start taking. There's a lot of benefits, a lot high calcium content, so highly beneficial.
So like this, how much is it?
This is 80 kwacha.
This is 80 kwacha. Oh, okay. What's the difference between these and the ordinary groundnuts that obviously people can easily relate to?
Okay, just like I earlier mentioned, the nutritional content of cashew nuts is far much better than that of groundnuts. So if you are eating or taking cashew nuts, you are advantageous as compared to a person who is just taking the ordinary groundnuts.
Okay, great. I'm impressed with the way your moringa is packaged. I think the packaging is so good. Exactly. So how much is this going?
Just 25 kwacha.
Oh, this is just 25 kwacha.
Yes, please.
Okay. So somebody can use this for their tea, in their
soup and the like. Yes.
Oh, okay. Mm-hmm. Okay, great. All right, so we'll be getting back to your table. Thank you very much.
Welcome.
Please. How are you? Let me start with this. This is your first time? No, actually, I'm impressed because your first time is expensive. You've got this, which most farmers don't do. You've got this, though I don't know what it is, so I'm here to find out what this is. This is what? This is celery. Oh, okay, so how do you grow this?
These ones, actually, I was advised when I came here, the first time I came to register, I was told that I should get in touch with, I should be able to supply products that would be needed by our Asian friends. So I went to source these. It's the first time I'm selling them as well. But otherwise, my specialty is into indigenous Zambian dry foods. So I have these ones. I have these. I don't know if you know these. What are those?
Beans?
No.
This is no beans?
No.
Wow.
We call them inkoliodio in Bemba. This is very, very nutritious.
I didn't know that inkoliodio you can actually plant them at the farm.
You can. On a large scale even. These are from my yard, actually from my house, but I also have them at the farm, and they're highly nutritious. We're trying to move away from the foods that our children have been introduced to. We're trying to get into the indigenous Zambian foods. So basically what I've brought today, like for this, which is the mini corn, this cereally, and this is a Chinese vegetable which is used for, they use it for omelets. It's a vegetable. Yeah, it's more like, it's a spice. Even this is a spice. This is an Indian vegetable. It's more like eggplant. They call it calabash. Like all these are Asian foods. But this side, I have, these are dry lentils.
You say that these are dry?
Lentils.
Okay.
Yes, these are also very nutritious. This I'm told also is a Indian vegetable, dried vegetable. So let's just say, basically for today, I've only brought these to showcase them so I can find a market for them, these three things. But here I have village chicken eggs. These are organic eggs. We're trying to move away from artificial foods to try and get into the real African Zambian eggs. So these ones are natural or organic.
Okay. So the fact that, you know, these are natural organic eggs, it's probably giving me an idea that perhaps you've got village chickens at home?
I have a farm. No, not at home. I have a farm in Kanakantapa.
A farm in Kanakanta?
Yes. I live in another area, but the farm is also in another area. But we are running a farm. Yes.
So now, today you are showcasing much on these which are hard to get. I don't know whether here in Zambia these are grown or something.
I'm not too sure if they are grown. No, I think they are grown because I got this from a Zambian supplier. Yes, and I only got a few because I'm trying to see if they can have a market in here. If they don't, I will revert back to the Zambian staff because like I've told you, I have fresh vegetables at my farm. Right now we're in the midst of the rainy season and we'll soon be harvesting sweet potatoes, we'll be harvesting fresh maize, groundnuts, and a lot of other vegetables. But in the meantime, instead of just bringing what everyone is bringing, I try to move away a bit to try and provide something else that somebody else is not providing.
Wow, good. So this tray of organically produced eggs, how much is it going?
It's going at 50.
I understand why it's going at 50. It's organic. It's organic, exactly. Okay, so at your farm, how many village chickens do you have?
I have 298.
Two what?
298.
298.
Yes.
How do you manage all that number?
There's a farm worker. Yes. Who is taking care of the beds. Okay. Yes. At some point I lost some because I didn't know how to look after them. There was a disease, Newcastle. They all died. Then I had to start afresh. So I'm building.
She's one of the farmers that has decided, to get into organic, and this is obviously proof of her organic passion. Okay, so she's managing to raise village chickens and of course be able to supply organically produced eggs as well. So this trade definitely is only going for 50 kwacha. Okay, so purely organic, you can come and get this, but much of what she's selling today, her target market for today is obviously our Asian friends and of course friends from abroad. So that's why you can see this. Okay, if you're Zambian and you know how to prepare this, you can definitely come and have a taste of it. We also have this which looks more of at imponda. Exactly, looks pretty much like imponda right there. Then these, yes, she also has them. Okay, so definitely Saturday market gives you that opportunity of getting to learn more about what Zambian farming industry can actually do. But I'm very impressed with this because I think growing up I used to see a lot of this, but I just never knew that this could actually be food. Okay, so you can definitely come and have a taste as well. Twatotela auntie. All right, so let's move on. Otherwise, we are still checking out what our farmers are doing here in Zambia in as far as, supplying the Zambian market with the best of farm produce is concerned. We've got a lot of chili going on here. Exactly. Yeah. Very beautiful chili right there. I think there is garlic. Okay. Garlic right there and impwa. Vamayo. Munife bwino. Ishimpwa nishinga. 5 kwacha. lero narashita kuri bamayo lero ntongere nkopesha 5 kwacha ntwaire kwa abantu kung'anda vests. There is a lot of vegetables going on here. Chinese? Oh, there's Imperial here. And Chinese here. Don't worry, kata kwa mic.
Right here on the table, we've got Chinese fresh from the farm, and then we've got mpilu, we've got also fresh chihuahua, and we've got mondwe and impwa. Also, right in front of us here, we've got bananas, and then we've got watermelons. We also have fresh green beans from the farm. It's just fresh from the farm. As you can see, it's green and so fresh. And we've got some eggplants. These eggplants are going at 8 kwacha per kilo. And we've got green beans, which is going at 8 kwacha per kilo. And we've got some watermelons, which are going at 30 kwacha, small ones. Then the big ones are going at 30. The butternut, 6 kwacha per kilo.
And all these things are straight from the farm. We have not bought anything. We grow all these. And we use a lot of manure, chicken manure when we're growing this. And we've also introduced Chicola fertilizer. It's a fertilizer made from is it layers? Chicken layers, manure. Yeah. So we are hoping that we can have customers who would buy in bulk. Even the chili is straight from the farm. We are not ordering anything from the markets, but getting all our products from our garden. Thank you.
Ma'am, thank you very much. I've gotten my products here. I'll be coming back later. I almost forgot my imperial. Thank you very much. It's also 5 kwacha, right? Beautiful. Thank you very much. All right, so next we come to, where we are now going to buy katapa, exactly. Okay, so my auntie here, she's selling... Auntie? In Kalemblate? Nishi? Mundambe nishi? Alvia kuleva kalubare? So imetamali hapo hivi? Okay, so this one is called mundambe. Exactly, according to my auntie here, this is called mundambe. Then she's got impwa here. She's got carrots. There is also, cucumber here. There is, smashed, maize, well packaged. Then there is ntwilo here. That is smashed groundnuts on this table. Exactly, auntie. So matabalea palishinga. Okay, so this is 10 kwacha. Again, ntwilo nashana 10 kwacha. So there's also ntwilo here that is actually going at 10 kwacha as well. Okay, so you can simply come through and obviously have your own produced ntwilo and of course maize. We're still moving on from one table to the next. Gentlemen, finally it's here. Wow.
Looks strange, huh?
Very.
Really? What do you think it is?
I'm thinking, is this what I saw on the other table? At what? Ifi kwabo vya mpwefi. Ifi kwabo vya mpwefi. Fila tifi mashane vya. when you look at that table there are those that have got that, that the other color.
Rather than just taking the wall.
Those there. Are they the ones with this?
This is just eggplant, but it's
is,
white.
This is an eggplant.
Yes.
White eggplant.
This is white egg.
White eggplant. Okay, so where do you get this?
We plant them.
We plant them ourselves.
Okay, you can hold the mic actually.
Okay.
I want you to tell us more about how you actually managed to plant white eggplants.
Okay, this is another variety of eggplant. It's white, but the taste is similar to the usual eggplants we see. I just found some seeds one day. I was just cleaning about. They said, let me try these things. And they just kept on growing and growing, and as a result, here they are.
Okay.
Yes.
Are they the same with this?
Well, as I was planting, I think I just mixed up the seeds, and that's how they came out. But let me just take them to the market, see how I can attract people to them. And I'm sure people who acquire a taste for it, once they know how it tastes, and if they prefer, they'll make a preference for it.
I'm sure I'm not the only one who is shocked to see, a white eggplant.
Yeah.
Exactly. So now maybe I want to find out at your farm on how much land have you dedicated for the planting of the eggplants?
Well, for this one, I haven't dedicated a whole lot because this is when I'm just starting, and because this seed is rare, so I have to just generate my own seed. I'm recycling the seed. For now, I hope I can develop it into some sort of regular white eggplant, but for now, this is what I have. I think I only have a 30 by 10 by 30 piece of land. So this is actually the first batch that is coming out.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Nice. And by the way, where is the farm exactly?
We are in Ngwerere. It's just a small family setting, so we haven't named it or anything. So this is just actually the first, the first batch of produce we're selling.
Okay, so currently during this rainy season, I don't know how many crops you decided to put up.
Well, I decided to do this eggplant. I've got the colored eggplant, which is coming up. I think in the next 2 to 3 weeks it should be ready. I have the impwa as well, which will also be ready about in the next 2 to 3 weeks. Then we have the chihuahua. Chihuahua is ready. As we keep on getting some, with time it will be a whole lot. And we also have okra, delele. That's what we have.
Wow.
We have lemons as well. Oh,
Plus the lemons. Unfortunately, we haven't
we haven't get back, but
Okay. Okay, so there's lemon, white pepper. I'm still impressed, with the idea of white pepper. There is also chihuahua here. Exactly. This is a season for chihuahua, so you expect to see quite beautiful chihuahua with, naming Conti and all that. Definitely, it's all there. Then there's also okra here. Exactly. Okay, so all these are definitely direct from the farm. We come to the next table. I think I've been talking a lot about katapa, and finally I'm landing on a table that has got katapa finally. I think I went where there wasn't katapa, but now there is katapa here. Yes, morning boss, how are you?
I'm okay, how are you?
Very, very fine. I love your katapa here. Looks quite nice, fresh, delicious at the same time. This is nice. Is this straight from the farm?
Yes, from the backyard actually.
Backyard?
Backyard, yes.
So how many plants do you have for you to have all this?
Just less than 50.
Just less than 50?
Yes.
Okay, nice. So now, when you were planting this, did you have an idea of selling them, or maybe they were just for home consumption?
Initially, we just planted them for home consumption, but since we seem to have a bit more, so we've just decided to sell some.
So how much is this, like one batch of it?
Batch is 5 kwacha.
5 kwacha. Okay, I think I would love to get one batch as well. I think pack this for me. I think this is nice. Okay, so finally, okay, so this initially was for home consumption, but I've decided to say, I think there is a lot of Zambians, would love to test this. So shall we give them matepoya beans? I have in matepoya beans naziva. I don't need an introduction. I have naziva. Yeah. Okay. Mtambe? Is that the way you chimpapila? Oh, chimpapila is Bemba, right? But I think in from the east, I think we call this mtambe, if I'm not mistaken. I think this should be mtambe, if I'm not mistaken. Very, very nice here. How much is this? 5 kwacha as well. So can I have maybe just one plastic with this? So even this is backyard garden?
Yes, exactly.
Okay, so all this was for home consumption?
Yes.
You people, you are not selfish. So you decided to get whatever you had for home consumption, you brought it here to, yeah. Is this the first time that you're coming for this market, or you've been coming?
No, this is our first time.
Okay, this is the first time. Okay, where is home, by the way?
NRDC.
NRDC. Okay, great. Auntie, you can pick up something for me, one, and put together with that as well. Exactly. Ngama grapes mafumisha kwesa. I'm not sure this is home consumption, I'm sure. Aya na mafumisha kwesa, mwali order.
Yeah, we just ordered somewhere.
Okay, so now tell me about the garden where you have planted this. How is the arrangement of your garden, and what do you add to this for you to come up with such beautiful green, katapa?
Basically, this is just organic. We just add manure. We don't add any fertilizer and the like.
Okay, so what kind of manure do you put?
We use chicken manure.
Okay, so I believe that you've got perhaps a chicken run or some sort of...
Chicken run at the backyard as well. We have some village chickens. Then even at the farm, we also have some chickens. Yes.
This is a very nutritious and delicious, plant here in Zambia. And beautifully, Zambia has got these as among the indigenous that we grow. They grow naturally. So I don't know, katushinga markwata kaplani, akakulima at a larger portion, or maybe mfuna chemchache ka backyard kamen.
Yeah, in fact, I was actually talking to my auntie yesterday that I think this time we'll think of expanding on the beans, okay? Because we had just put up 3 beds, and looking at the way it has come out, we are so impressed. So we are planning to put up a bigger portion for beans, yes, so that we can make some more money.
Let's make some more money. Okay, so when you're coming here, you need to make sure that you come to support your farmers. So I'm now supporting them, Okay, so I managed to get, Katafa, I managed to get Shani. Exactly, yeah. Okay, so now talking about your farm, you said you've got, some chickens at the farm and all that. How many chickens are we talking about?
Like in the backyard, we have 80 just at home. And then at the farm as well, we've got, I'm not sure about the number, but we've got some as well at the farm. Yes.
Okay, farmers are doing big things, trust me, in feeding us, okay? So I can assure you that this weekend, I'm catered for. It's all green. I'm catered for. I have nothing to do at the market today. I'm sorry, but I had my own market here. Auntie, thank you very much. Okay, so we get to our last table now. Here, there is a variety here, ladies and gentlemen. There is a variety here. Chisense, right? Ni chisense ite? So there is chisense here. There is kapenta here. There is vinkubala here. There is beans here. Okay. So hii kapenta ni shinga? Hii ni 15 kwacha. Then hii chisense ni shinge? 915. Nge vinkubala 15. Nimpilipili shauma 5 kwacha. Okay. Hii ni ntoyo tefyo? Oh, soya beans. This is soya beans, yeah. Oh, okay. So fiance fi moda fi ku market mwale tafila fine? Oh, so ni mwebe ni mushtisha?
Mkwai.
Oh, mwikala kwe?
Kumtendere.
Oh, mwikala kumtendere?
Mkwai.
Okay, so fiance fi pa kutumu fio de fiance fi fiami pene mpia shinga?
Kwena aba odire na abashara. Bale mkungo odira kofi. Basi.
Oba vile fia mkumi odira?
Eh.
Okay. All right, so at least we also have, it's been a long time, Chisense, and I'm even, impressed to find that Chisense is still there. Okay, so all this, definitely farmers are doing their best to make sure that, they feed Zambians the best kind of food that Zambians should be eating. Okay, so obviously you'll be seeing us more often every single Saturday coming through, just coming to check what our farmers are doing. There's a lot going on in the agricultural sector here in Zambia, and I can assure you that by the time that this today's farmers market is closing about 17:30, 8:10, you'll be able to see quite a lot of farm produce as well. There's honey, there's a lot of chili, there's a lot of chihuahua, carpenters, and everything. Name them. Okay, so you've got an option to come and support your farmers in here by buying something that is straight from the farm. On top of that, also this gives you an opportunity of buying something that is organically produced. It's beautiful, tasty, and nice. Let me pick up mine and I take them to the kitchen. All right, so obviously all farmers who have been visiting, Saturday, Wednesday farmers market here at the showgrounds, to be specific, American Dome Arena, they should be thankful to this gentleman here, Mr. Kamelu Ndonga, who is actually behind the organization of this, farmers market, bringing farmers all across the country together to come and share what they do at their farms. And trust me, there's a lot. How I wish I had so much money just to buy everything from these farmers, because I can assure you, I was craving for everything, moving from one table to the next. Mr. Kamelu, thank you so much for giving farmers an opportunity to come and showcase to the Zambians what they are doing.
Thank you so much. Let me be quick to dispel the fact that I'm behind this. There is a big team that is behind the concept, and we're just trying to spearhead the concept. But we are grateful for the response so far from the farmers and from the community. And this is what we need. There has always been a cry for the need of a market among farmers, and I believe that such initiatives, pop-up markets, are good for our farmers.
Trust me, it's also giving an opportunity not only to farmers really, but to the Zambians as well to go and buy natural fresh food.
Yes, you see, the thing about Zambians is there's this craving for fresh foods, delicacies, these dried foods that are not so easily accessible. And sometimes, because of the long chain from the producer to the wholesaler to the retailer, and until the last person, you find that the price becomes exorbitant. So it's very good that at least the customers, the end customers themselves, are able to buy these products from the farmers themselves.
Exactly, and the beauty part is that you are not buying things from someone who has been sent to come and sell, but the beauty part is that you are buying things straight from the farmers themselves. So how did you cook up this concept?
Well, it really was. This is not a novel concept in Zambia. I think there has been a number of pop-up markets that have been coming up across the country, and I must say that this concept is something that is practiced widely around the world. So around this area, the greatest area, you don't find something like this. And one of the things that I must also mention is that during the show, like the agriculture and commercial show, the one that's held in August, people from all over come to buy all sorts of things here. So one thing that we noticed was that if people can come in such numbers to buy those things once in a year, why not make this thing something that is a regular thing? So that's the reason why we decided to come up with this concept, and particularly the showgrounds, because it's a centrally located place, and then also it's quite clean and you don't find a lot of inconveniences and encumbrances.
When you were starting up this concept, did you expect farmers to respond the way they have responded?
Quite frankly, no. Of course, our dream is to grow even bigger and better, but the response so far has been extremely overwhelming. And of course, we are still in the infancy of this market, so there are all these logistics and teething problems that we are putting in play. We are trying to sort out, but the response so far has been overwhelming. In fact, let me say this: the response that we've gotten from the customers has been also very overwhelming. And that's one of the push factors that has pushed more farmers to subscribe to this market. Yeah, so because when we started the first 2 days, you discover that a lot of clients would come, but they wouldn't find what they wanted. But now that, we have seen that there's quite a good inflow of customers, even the farmers themselves are subscribing on a daily basis.
Exactly. So take one of these days, it could be a Wednesday or a Saturday, because the market happens on a Wednesday and a Saturday, where different farmers come together, meeting under one roof, and of course showcase different products from their farms targeted at Zambians and also non-Zambians. I was impressed with one of the ladies that we actually interviewed in there. Yeah. She's decided, to be supplying vegetables that are very delicious for the Asian community. Okay. Yeah, vegetables that we usually look at here in Zambia as grass, but for her, I think it's a market.
You'll be surprised that there are a lot of these different races that we find in the country that have special delicacies that they are looking for. So that's just one example. I think we have a Nigerian lady also who patronizes the place, and she's just looking for foods that are specifically for Nigerian delicacies. Yeah, so that's also an encouragement to farmers. I think we've had another group of people that are I think it's the Indian community. They are looking for these lettuce and spinach and not the very conventional vegetables that you find an ordinary Zambian eating. So, like every farmer is catered for, basically. Everyone that is producing anything, one way or the other, they are catered for in this market, and they are likely to have customers come through.
Thank you so much for the initiative, and allow me to say thank you on behalf of farmers, and you'll be seeing us more often as we get to interact with our farmers on a weekly basis.
Thank you so much. Thank you very much to QTV for covering this. We need to, help our farmers. I think the challenge we have in Zambia sometimes is we get used to some anthems. So one anthem that has been from time immemorial is that farmers do not have access to markets. So we need to change that narrative. And here is one such opportunity of this pop-up market where farmers can come, showcase their products, and they don't have to go through the hustle and bustle of going through middlemen or people that will exploit them. They can interact directly with the consumers themselves. So each and every farmer should come through. And also, if you allow me to appeal to the community to come through, all the things that you're looking for. You are looking for dry foods, you are looking for fresh foods, you are looking for condiments, you are looking for even, livestock. We have people that are selling live chickens, broilers and village chickens and so on. So we have all kinds of things that everyone is looking, like you pointed out, for these people that are in minorities in Zambia, like the Asian community, the Indian community, and the Chinese and so on. There are all these West Africans, there are all these delicacies that are available that they can come and, enjoy. So come one, come all. That's the message that we have.
Come one, come all. And trust me, you're going to be amazed with what is happening. I think the journey today has been very awesome, interacting with farmers, and I've had a very, very, wonderful time with our farmers. You're going to be seeing us more often here as we get to visit our farmers and, of course, get to interact with them. The beauty part of this market is that you tend to buy straight from the producers themselves. So if you've got any concerns, they will be able to explain to you. And on top of that, much of the food that you're going to buy in here is actually organically produced, exactly. So meaning manure, chicken, horse manure and cow dung is actually involved. So there is less chemicals, there is less chemically produced food at the market. Thank you so much for your time. Make sure that you join us in the next episode as we get to talk to more farmers on what they are doing at their farms.